Hey everyone, it's Jeff from New York, and we are in Vegas on the Las Vegas Strip, the northern end of the Strip. Today we're going to visit Circus Circus. Circus Circus is one of the older hotels and casinos here on the Las Vegas Strip. It opened in 1968. There's a giant circus tent-shaped main structure, which many people can't miss as you drive by. And it's also one of the first family-oriented casinos in Las Vegas. Gambling being located on the first floor, while the second floor contains games for children. When it first opened, it was just a casino. There was no hotel here, and that created a financial issue for the casino because, well, you can't attract high rollers if there's no hotel. Shortly after the casino opened, the owners received a $23 million loan from the Teamsters Pension Fund to construct a hotel on the property. Speaking of which, did you see my Mob Museum video yet? I'm just saying, that sounded like a shady deal to me. The original owners owned it from 1968 to 1974 when Mandalay Resort Group, formerly known as Circus Circus Enterprises, purchased it from them, and they held on to the property from 74 to 2005, at which point MGM Resorts International, formerly known as MGM Mirage, purchased the property, and they held on to it from 2005 to 2019, just recently, when they sold it to Phil Rufkin. So several owner changes, but as far as the building and the decor, well, it seems like nothing's changed since 1968. So let's step back in time and step inside, shall we? And as I said, as we walk through the hotel and casino, you're going to see the place is really dated, including this rug. Now, I'm sure the rug's been replaced several times since the hotel opened and the casino opened, but I just can't imagine someone sitting down and choosing this rug and turning down others. Those other ones must have been truly horrific. Now, if you look up, you'll see a mezzanine level, and that's called Midway here at Circus Circus, and it's basically a fairground. There's live circus acts up there. There's plenty of games for the kids. Really great atmosphere, kind of like a boardwalk circus atmosphere up there. Unfortunately, I came to the Strip a couple days after it reopened from COVID, and upstairs the mezzanine was still closed, so we can't go up there today. But I do have a original Circus Circus video on this channel. Check it out. I spend a lot of time up there, and it's really cool up there. That's one of the redeeming factors of this hotel and casino.
This is Mitzi, the Rubber Ducky Showgirl, who shows up on all my Vegas videos. As most of you know, there are hidden mascots, or some of you call them Easter eggs, in my videos. Mitzi shows up in all the Vegas ones. Sometimes she's easy to spot, other times she's quite elusive, so keep your eyes open while watching the video. If you spot her, note the time in the comments below, and if you're the first one, you'll get a shout out on an upcoming video.
As I said earlier, MGM Resorts just recently sold the Circus Circus to Phil Rufkin, who is the owner of Treasure Island Hotel and Casino right up the road here. He bought it for $825 million, and the sale included the adjacent Slots of Fun casino, which we walked through at the beginning of this video. Rufkin plans to have a 2,000-seat theater built in front of the Circus Circus at a cost of about $11 million, and the theater would blend into the property's facade. Rufkin also intends to keep the resort's Adventure Dome amusement park, which is a huge amusement park behind this hotel and casino. I did a video of the Adventure Dome about a year and a half ago, and I have one coming up recently to show you it during COVID. But it's a really great amusement park, and not too many people talk about it that much, and I think it's a really good redeeming quality of this hotel and casino, and something that a lot of people should check out. Rufkin also plans to turn the property's RV park in the back into a swimming pool complex with a wave machine and sandy beaches and a lazy river. The guy's got a lot of good plans for this place, and it could really use a overhaul, so maybe he's got some good ideas. He's going to spend a little coin, and who knows, he could possibly turn this place around. Circus Circus is also featured in a lot of films and games, including James Bond Diamonds Are Forever, Baby Geniuses, Austin Powers International Man of Mystery, Honey, I Blew Up the Kids, and games such as Grand Theft Auto San Andreas and The Crew. As you see, as we walk around here, you see a lot of shops that are closed and empty, and I'm not sure if that's impact from COVID or if that's just part of a lot of the changes going on around here. And now we're heading towards the back of the hotel and casino, which is where most of the registration areas are on these hotels and casinos along the Strip. you need to walk pretty far in from the Strip to get to registration. And I think it's safe to say that more than half of the restaurants, bars, and shops in this place is closed right now. And again, I'm here just a couple days after Vegas reopened, so I'm sure most of these places are reopened. But again, there's a lot going on in this hotel, so maybe some of them are closed permanently and they're going to be renovated. Who knows? It's going to be interesting to come back here on my next trip, which is coming up shortly. Keep an eye on this place, and I'll keep you guys posted on what's going on here. If Rufkin can bring this place back to life and keep it family friendly, I think he'd have a hit on his hands. I liked what he did with the TI. And while many of the hotels and casinos in Las Vegas consider themselves family friendly by offering arcades and things for kids to do, this one truly is. I mean, a child would have a great time here in Vegas, unlike other places that you would stay. Because there's just so much here to keep them entertained, and the adults like that also, that they can bring their families with them and have a good time.
If you plan on visiting Vegas in the near future, check out the link below in the description. 50 things to do and tips while visiting Las Vegas.
Not only is this mural a sign for the Adventure Dome, which is close by, but it's also a photo opportunity. And speaking of the Adventure Dome, it is right up these stairs and a little bit to the right, and there's also some restaurants and shops up here as well. Let's check them out. Hold on tight. And as we head upstairs, some of the restaurants here at the Circus Circus, upstairs and downstairs, include the Steakhouse, the Blue Iguana Mexican Restaurant, Pizzeria, Westside Deli, Burgers and more. Lots of places for quick eats and some bars here as well. And on the left here are the couple of entrances to the Adventure Dome. These little archways open up to the huge Adventure Dome, which again is fully enclosed unless you want to go out on the, they have like an open bar place on the outside for adults while the kids are playing inside. But inside's not just for kids. There's plenty of thrill rides here for adults as well as games of chance and just lots to do. And it's completely air conditioned and climate controlled. A great place to visit. Doesn't get enough attention here on the Strip. I really like it. I'm going to put a link in the description below, so make sure you check on that. By the way, I may have failed to mention that the Circus Circus is probably your cheapest stay in Las Vegas, especially here on the Strip. You know what they say, you get what you pay for, and if you're looking for an inexpensive place to stay, especially if you have kids, well, this might be the place for you, but just bear in mind that the place is going through some growing pains. Its amenities are not the greatest in the world, and it's quite far from most of the major hotels and casinos on the Strip. You can definitely walk it, but you might not want to do that at night. And speaking of the Circus Circus at nighttime, I wouldn't be walking around the area at night, especially if I had little kids with me. If you need to go to the Strip, late night, or if you want to go downtown to Fremont Street late night, I would just catch a taxi cab or an Uber or a Lyft and right here at the front door and take it from there. The hotel itself is very secure, so no worries about that. But again, when darkness comes around, you don't want to be walking around the Circus Circus outside.
You're a douchebag, old man.
Well, thank you very much, and your mother's nothing but a hound dog.
I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like, comment, ask some questions, and most importantly, subscribe by clicking on the button on the left. You can visit all of my New York videos by clicking on the top right, or check out my videos on other favorite places to visit by clicking on the bottom right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you around the city.